let's go straight to some news that's coming from Bihar. Bihar has sought time to meet the Bihar governor at 12:30 p.m. So a clear indication that things are moving fairly fast in the state of Bihar, with the chief minister all set to meet the governor. And what is going to be the message essentially when there is so much speculation and fairly evident that there is going to be a divorce between the JDU and the BJP in the state of Bihar? The RJD and the Congress have already expressed their desire to support Nitish Kumar provided he joins the Mahagathbandhan. Nitish Kumar is now all set to meet the governor at 12:30, which is in about 40 minutes from now. What is the BJP essentially going to do, given that it's indicative now of the fact that the JDU is going to break ties with the BJP in the state of Bihar and possibly join hands with the Congress and the RJD and also the left in the state? What we're also learning is that BJP ministers will be meeting the governor as well. Nitish Kumar is all set to meet the governor of Bihar at 12:30 today, and BJP ministers too will be meeting with the governor. This perhaps is the clearest indication that things are moving fast as far as the divorce between the BJP and the JDU is concerned. Ashutosh Mishra is at Rabri Devi's residence, where the important meeting of the Congress and the RJD was taking place. From there, the indication is fairly clear, Ashutosh, that there will soon be a divorce between the JDU and the BJP, and the RJD is more than ready to support Nitish Kumar, and so is the Congress.
Well, it is no more restricted to RJD meeting or the Congress meeting, Sneha. We can call it officially Mahagathbandhan's meeting, which is happening right behind me at Rabri Davis residence. The MLAs from the RJD, the MLAs from Left Front and the Congress, they all have reached here, and perhaps the letter of support has been given to Tejashwi Yadav, which will later be given to Nitish Kumar when he state claims to form the next government. What we're also hearing that around 1 p.m. when Nitish Kumar has sought a time with the governor, he'll be going to submit his resignation, and the process for the formation of the next government that will begin. And ironically, in 2015, when Nitish Kumar formed government with alliance with the RJD, the government lasted for around 21 months. Yet again, this is just, history being repeated. When he forms government with the NDO, it lasted barely for 21 months, and yet again you're seeing a total, a political discourse changing in the state of Bihar. But here right behind me, the meeting which is already underway for more than an hour, the letter of support will be signed by all the MLAs present here, and then this strength, the letter of the strength support will be then submitted to Nitish Kumar, which will go to the governor, and this entire process may take from 24 to 48 hours. So it is a matter of just few hours only when everything will be made official, and then maybe in next 24 to 48 hours there will be totally a new alliance in Bihar, and a new coalition in Bihar, and also a new government in Bihar. Clearly many new faces in the cabinet, but larger than that, the government, this is going to change the entire political spectrum from Patna to the national capital, because we have seen several talks happening around third front, who stand against the BJP. So what will be the new shape of the politics and a political front? That will depend upon what happens here in Patna, what the political experts believe at the moment.
Ashutosh, what I also want to know is what is going to be the BJP's strategy, given that their ministers are also all set to meet the governor today, is what I understand.
Well, in that case, they may submit their resignations, because if they understand the government is going to collapse, it will also be a graceful exit. They all are handing their resignation, and also because when you're meeting governor, certain political agenda has to be on the card. As far as the governor's intervention is concerned, looking at the numbers that the Mahagathbandhan will have after Nitish Kumar joins hand with the Mahagathbandhan RJD alliance, so clearly barely any role left for the governor to play. So in that case, there is nothing much expected from the governor's side. So all will take place, because it is the number game, and which seems to be in Mahagathbandhan side, including Nitish Kumar, RJD, Congress and left Mahagathbandhan. But what going to be the further, the course of nature here in politics that will be played, that will really be crucial. Remember, the BJP, which has been, praising Nitish Kumar very recently, the BJP president who was in Patna, addressed several rallies. One said the next election will contest in the leadership of Nitish Kumar. Now they are going to be the arch rival yet again. The BJP will be firing, fresh salvos against Nitish Kumar, including the issues of law and order so far what they have been defending. And other side, look at this totally contrast. The RJD, the Congress, they have been vocal against law and order issues, against the corruption issues, against the handling of COVID issues and several others. Now they will start praising Nitish Kumar and his governance. So that's a totally contrast of the politics which will be played maybe from tomorrow or day after here in the state of Bihar.